to me it was different, and that made it interesting, and that made it something that it was. I'm not gonna say it was good or great movie to see, but it was just something different from the regular TNA and shoot 'em up, bang bang, and
It technically did have all those things.
even the horror. Well, I guess it kind of
I
did.
mean, they. It's certainly not the kind of nudity you want to see in a movie, where there's women strapped mouth to ass, topless.
Depends on how warped your mind is.
That must have been rough to film. Their boobs are hanging in the air.
Oh.
How you guys gonna possibly do this?
So, yeah.
It's recording.
I found it to be
Are you recording?
very interesting movie. I would suggest that if you're a movie person and you like movies and you want to see something off the wall, out of the box, totally corrupted, totally warped, that's the movie to watch. That's one of the movies to watch. There's a whole bunch of them out there.
That's a way to go. I wouldn't agree.
It's a conversation piece.
It's a conversation piece, but you don't even need to watch the movie to have the conversation.
Will you just give somebody the premise of what?
Yeah,
the
but I don't
premise
even like
of
to
that?
give people the premise. When it comes up, I just say, "Oh yeah, we watched that. Don't worry about it," because it's not like it doesn't make me happy to know that someone else is gonna watch this movie and feel terrible about it afterwards.
I didn't find it to
I
be.
didn't feel terrible.
'Cause
You didn't even watch the whole thing.
Una and Todd, the neighbors I told you about, they were just like, they didn't even watch the whole thing because they said once they figured out what he was doing, they didn't want to watch it. But as I said, but how can you make a judgment on a movie if you didn't even watch the whole thing? You watched the first hour of it and then you turned it off because once they saw the actual thing, then they didn't want to see it anymore. And I was like, no, you can't do that. We had a whole big old hour discussion about this movie. And it's like, it wasn't that bad.
It's not that bad.
I didn't
See,
think it was that bad.
That's the weird. Yeah.
I mean,
when you get that, there's that first hour, and then he's done it at this point, and so the rest of the movie is like,
how are they going to get out of this? My whole thing is, how are they going to get out of this? Are they going to get out of this? Is something going to happen where they're going to be able to get away, or somebody's going to rescue them and they're going to get separated?
It certainly tries to tease you with that fact,
Yeah.
but no, the movie's not going to deliver that.
Well, you didn't know until
The worst
you
thing you
watched
could
it.
have thought was going to happen was that at some point they were going to be like, all right, let's rip this off.
Oh, that's what I thought.
And that would have been terrible.
Because wasn't there one time when they were trying to get down the stairs or something?
They had to go up the stairs.
Or go up the stairs, and I'm like, oh, that's so going to hurt. I could just feel it. It was like, oh. And Sharon just laid there the whole time and didn't even say anything. And then when it was all over, she said, well, that wasn't as bad as everybody keeps saying.
It's not. It doesn't actually deliver on being as bad as it could be. But
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd want to see that version either.
Honestly, but I don't know. I might want to see it just to see how much worse can this get.
That's basically what that last 40 minutes of that movie is, where they're human centipeded, and it's let's show the worst possible things. So going up a spiral staircase is certainly one of those things.
Okay,
but he's not a very good talented. It's his first big movie that he's made, so it's not like he has much experience in really delivering on this. I guess
you're talking about the director.
The director,
okay.
Yeah, this is his
I
first big movie.
I thought it was a very interesting, weird, warped movie. But then I've got that weird, warped side of my brain that I like that kind of stuff. What can I say? I would never tell anybody don't watch it.
Okay.
I would never tell them. I would say watch it. It's different. I just wouldn't say don't watch it because that's because when Todd and Human they kept telling me don't watch it, don't watch it. He even deleted it off of his downloads, and I'm like I wanted to watch it, so we went and rented it, and it was like I watched it like well this wasn't that bad. I'm sorry, maybe I'm just twisted.
See, well you can say watch it. That's why I'm doing this with you because I can't say whether to watch it or not watch it. There's no answer I can give. There's no star rating I can apply to this.
It depends on who I was talking to. But
it's a case-by-case basis, so there's no general way that I can write about this movie and assign a star rating to it. So
no.
There's not
You can't, because it's not, if you want to say, for Twisted and Warped, it's a 5. or
well,
a 4.
is it? I mean... It doesn't. As you said, it doesn't go as it doesn't.
With my brother standing here, because this is being taped. There's a movie that my brother rented, where this woman, I don't remember the name, where she used a scouring pad. She had whatever problem she had going on in her head. She thought she was ugly, whatever, and she used a scouring pad to scrape her face, and they showed the skin falling in the sink. That was more disgusting to me, because for me,
There's plenty of more disgusting movies I've seen than the Human
I
Centipede.
could feel that. It just was. That was way worse than me.
The whole movie was boring.
I didn't even remember because I didn't even watch it. Remember, I gave it back to you. That I couldn't even watch. I couldn't even watch it, and I wanted to see it, and I couldn't. This Human Centipede thing is like.
No, it's not. It's not a.
What? This is no big deal.
Again, this is where like I can apply certain critical judgments to the movie. The first hour, it's a standard horror movie. It follows
Right.
the standard stuff, and then it gets to that Human Centipeding.
I couldn't wait to see the Centipede part.
And it gets to that, and it's like, okay, well, that's that, but it's not nearly as gory or crazy as it could be, but
Yeah.
it's also still disgusting.
It's disgusting because people have. It's all about. It's the two women. It's not about it's the two women. It's about how they're being kept alive that makes it disgusting, because they're eating other people's.
Yes, that's...
Yeah. Period. That's what makes it disgusting.
That's what makes it
Would
disgusting.
it be disgusting? Would it be the same disgusting if he had made it so that he could connect their bodies without connecting their mouths to their butts?
Of course not.
So that everybody could eat
It'd just be something
individually?
that's like really warped because it's like, oh, this guy connected people opposed to disconnecting people.
I mean, what is humans? Why is it called a centipede?
Because it's like a centipede.
But a centipede is not.
Well, it's a human. I mean, I don't
Because of-
know
because of the
I don't
legs?
want to analyze what a centipede is versus how
Well,
to make a
I know
human
what
version
a
of
centipede
it.
is, but I don't know. It's just it was a very warped and twisted movie, and I kind of 1 to 5 stars. I give it a 2.5.
Okay.
I give it a 2.5.
Okay.
So
I can get behind that.
okay. And yes, I would not encourage people, or I would not say, oh, you got to see this Human Centipede movie. But a certain portion of my friends who are a little warped and twisted like me would appreciate it, I think. Or there's people out there with this, a certain percentage of people out there that are a little warped and twisted, obviously, that will appreciate the movie, if nothing else for its differences.
All right.
So that's pretty much. I don't know what else to say about it.
Yeah, that's a good summation of your overall opinions of the Human Centipede. Yes.
Okay, great. I'm glad.
Will you be seeing the sequel?
Oh yes.
Of course.
Oh,
okay.
yes. Oh yes. Yes, because I'd like to see just how much more warped and twisted can we do this, or can they do this? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Matter of fact, next time I'd really rather see it at the movies so I can see it big.
Yeah, I kind of doubt that there's going to be the second Human Centipede on the big screen,
Or
but
they're just going to go it straight to DVD.
I'd like to think so.
Okay, well,
but
that's fine,
We'll
too.
see.
Well, come to think of it, maybe I wouldn't want to go to the movie. Maybe I'd rather see it in the comfort of my own home, actually.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm good.
All right.
I'm good with that. Ooh, am I on microphone?
Yeah, you are on microphone here.
Hi.
Yep, that's how that works. Okay.